What we're going to have today, there's very little talking from me, but we're going to have 3 student groups. Each of them are going to give a kind of 5 to 10 minute presentation, 8 minutes and each roughly. And then at the end, as Sam said, if you can vote, there's a cash prize for the best student group. So they're all very excited, a little bit nervous. But first I just want to tell you a little bit more about the project. So what we did, so like Phillips with Ahmed in Newham, we actually went out and we started with real people and what their needs are. And actually going out into the area, so if you are from the Liberties, you may recognise some people in some of the student presentations, or you may see yourself. So we've been out from penny dinners to the pubs. We've been out and about talking to people and engaging them, and really actually finding out what people are doing and what we might be doing as part of this project in helping to improve health outcomes. And really what we wanted to do was focus on non-clinical, community-based solutions. So each student group, there was 9 in total, we have 3 today, went out and about around and really talked to people to get a sense of what they might do. We then started developing solutions and actually prototyping, so actually designing some things and trying them out. So while today is a lot about telehealth and technology, actually a lot of things that we were looking at was the hardware and software of the city itself. So what is the physical environments that we're able to draw on? What is the software infrastructure? So what is the knowledge and the skills and the experience and the capabilities of people here in the Liberties? How can we use that and create different types of healthcare services around that? And again, like with NHS Scotland, the idea of co-production has been something that's very important in how we've been thinking about this project. And really what we've been doing is actually not looking at creating new devices, but helping to imagine what new service delivery models might exist. So how do we get away from the fixing factory that is James's, a great one, but and how can we move out into the community and actually help people to actually embed their health and well-being in the local area. So these projects, only 5 weeks, but we're going to have 3 student groups. So we're going to have the first group of Nikki, Marsha and Kate. Thanks.
Hi, so this is our service project that we developed over the last 5 weeks. I'm going to start with the user group that we were given. So when we started the project, we were told that we had to design a service for over 50s, or over 55. So when we originally got the project, we assumed it to be really like older people, but then when we really looked into the user group, we realized that everyone's still really young in that group. We kind of associate our mothers in that group, and our aunties and stuff are still in that group. We see that these people are still at work. They're still in full-time jobs. They still could have kids living at home, elderly parents to look after. And so, sorry, yeah. So we recognise the difference in these and that there's still people at work. We went out into the streets and talked to a lot of women, and we found out that we were surprised that they were really tech savvy, and when we asked them what they did to relax, a lot of them said that they went on the computer, they watched TV, or they went on their smartphones. So we hadn't really realised that. So we took our user group, when we realised this, we wanted to harness their technological ability and continue with it in a positive way.
Our service encourages women from the Liberties area to take an hour out of their day to focus on themselves. Each week, our users focus on 4 key areas: physical health, mental health, nutrition, and happiness. Ideally, you would allocate 1 hour to each of your 4 sectors per week, but this is just a suggestion, and that amount of time might be different for everybody, but essentially our project is very self-directed, and it's basically what you feel you need to focus on.
So our idea behind our design was inspire, motivate, trend. So we wanted to inspire women to live healthier lives, and we wanted to motivate women to take an hour out of their day to look after themselves. And then through tips, we would motivate them to try new things. And then trend. So 1 Hour For Me has a kind of laid-back vibe. It's designed to be fun, and we would hope once women use it, they mention it while chatting to their friends, and it develops into a trend. So it's not a prescription, it's just a suggestion. So 1 Hour For Me is fun, and we want to motivate people to live a healthier lifestyle. So we're not obviously doctors, so if you follow the tips, it doesn't mean that you won't get sick or you will live longer, but it's just to improve your well-being and your health.
So for example, here is a suggestion for a physical health tip. Why not try a yoga class? It would be a light form of exercise that you could do at home in your own time, any time of the day. An alternative to that would be take a swim in your local pool. We would also give the directions to the local pool in the update on the app, and also the location of where it is, how much it is in, and also you could encourage your friends to come along to it as well. And then also tips on different classes that are going on during the week that you can join up to as well. So our suggestion for a mental health tip would be, why not try a puzzle such as a crossword? Crosswords are a great way of keeping your mind active and improving concentration and focus. Again, it's just another light way of getting your brain to do something active, giving it a bit of a workout. Then another alternative to our mental health tip would be, why not try out this book? This book was voted one of the top mood-lifting books in a survey, and this would be a great way of just setting aside some time for yourself to sit down and relax with a book.
So our nutrition section, we would have tips for healthy snacks, then recipes for healthy meals as well, because we realise that women in this age group are quite busy. So instead of maybe getting a frozen meal, which wouldn't be like high nutritional value, they could make a quick, easy meal.
So then happiness is the last one. Out of the 4 key areas, the other 3 are quite medical based. And as Rosanna was saying earlier, that happiness plays a very vital part in your well-being, your overall well-being. If you're happy and you're healthy, it leads to a better lifestyle. So we wanted women to take 1 hour out of their week to focus on being happy, because a lot of people think, oh, I have to take an hour out of my day to do something physical because it's going to improve my heart. But people kind of forget that the happiness side of things also plays a vital role. So that's why we included that, so people focus on that as well.
So it's never too late to connect with a friend. This, in our design, we would encourage people to post tips and things that they did when we went out into the Liberties and to get feedback. We met these 2 women, and they were friends in their teens and in their early 20s, and then 40 years on, one of the women decided to look up the other woman, and now they go for tea and shopping and everything like that. So these, as an example, if they were involved in 1 Hour For Me, they could post up a tip sharing their story and inspiring other women to do the same. So on the left is our website, and on the right is our Facebook page.